All right, it's on. I started.
All right, we on.
You want so you want me on the outside? Okay. See if I can. Oh gosh.
Yeah, we're live. We're live. Microphone check. 212. Can you hear it? Refresh. Oh, yeah, it's windy here today too. So
I put some extra weight.
here we go. You need to put some weight on that.
Yeah, I just put some weight in here so that way it holds it down.
Go where you about to stand so I can move your stand. I want to make sure I move it in so you know when.
Alright. Here we are.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, we're going to go ahead and face the east. We're going to give all honor and glory and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, to all the Akim out there teaching, preaching this truth with 144% sincerity, to the men, women, and children listening, learning, to the Bayash Debadad, the house of David. This is Men of Valor Las Vegas Camp, coming to you through the will and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, you're the true children of Israel that the Bible speaks of. All right? It is only you who has an opportunity at salvation. All right? And it is the elect of the nation of Israel. Yahweh, which is the Heavenly Father, his name, Yahweh, means he is, he to be, he exists. All right? Bahashem in the name, Yahweh Shai is the name of the only begotten Son who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. All right? His name is Yahweh Shai, meaning he saves, he delivers, he is salvation for the nation of Israel. But first and foremost, for the elect nation of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, as well as you speckled birds whose father's line goes back. Nobody else has the opportunity. Nobody else has the praise and the glory to be able to glorify Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right? It is only his nation that is able to do that. And on this go-around, right now in this day and this time, it is only the 144,000 elect men and then the multitude of the men, women, and children of the one-third who believe upon the testimony of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. But without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about the downfall of Babylon the Great, a.k.a. Sodom and Gomorrah, a.k.a. Egypt, a.k.a. Rome 2.0. Here are the shores of America, all right? America is falling, all right? This bitch has got a bad hip, all right? She's got a bad hip, and it's broken, and she's not recovering. And you're starting to see this, throughout the world. As the brother was telling me this morning, the Straits of Hormuz have opened, all right? They have opened for everybody. But America and their special small hat friends, okay? But nevertheless, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is about to turn this thing up even more so. Hey, World War III is on the horizon. So you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, as well as you speckled birds whose father's line goes back, get ready, all right? You should have already been ready, but if you've never been ready, this is the time, this is the day to hear the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right, let's go ahead and start it off.
Isaiah 37:1 says, "And it came to pass when King Hezekiah heard it, that he rent his clothes and covered himself with sackcloth, and went into the house of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai."
Right, and now the sackcloth. Hey, here we are today mourning. All right, we're mourning for the captivity that we're under. We are in sackcloth. All right, hey, to do the work of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, crying and calling upon him. All right, for the deliverance of the nation of Israel. All right, because this hellhole, this shithole that we're in, All right, America has no care for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, as well as you speckled birds whose father's line goes back. All right? There's nothing here for you. This is the whore that hates you, but has used you continuously. All right? Yep.
This is Revelation 11:3, and it says, "And I will give power unto my 2 witnesses, and they shall prophesy 1,260 days, clothed in sackcloth." You know, that the 2 witnesses being the northern and southern kingdom. All right, you know, starting with the prophets. Okay, you know, those are the ones that you know, the power. You know, starting with this word. You know, the knowledge of prophecy being revealed unto us, and we're prophesying in that time span, which is you know, which we're currently in.
Yep.
But clothed in sackcloth, meaning mourning.
Yep.
All right, we're in times of mourning. One, because we're in a lower state currently.
Yep. Hey, as low as we are, as high as we are in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. All right? Hey, to do the will and to fight the good fight, hey, in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is the only way to live. Okay? So you have to be in this low state because Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai deals with the lowly, the meek, and the humble. All right? So if you don't have respect for the conditions you're in for right now, all right, then you can't have respect unto Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. This is your punishment. But our punishment is almost at an end. All right? So now it's time to push forward the envelope even more and call on the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, hey, 100-fold. Double down in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Hey, the house always wins. That house is Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. It will never fail. You women of the nation of Israel, get in order. Learn your place. You men of Israel, learn your place. Stop being bitches. All right? Because there's a bunch of so-called men of Israel that are a bunch of bitches. All right? You got to breathe?
Yeah. This is Isaiah chapter 32, verse 6. And it says, "For the vile person will speak villainy, and his heart will work iniquity, to practice hypocrisy, and to utter error against the Most High, to make empty the soul of the hungry, and he will cause the drink of the thirsty to fail." And that vile person is talking about the wicked, because every day they speak villainy. They're always up to no good, and they do whatever they can to practice, you know, their crooked ways, to keep the poor, the needy, and the lowly oppressed. They want to keep you under their boot, Jake. They don't want you to prosper. They don't want you to get better. They want you to stay as you are.
Right, and hey, goes back to John 8:44. Hey, because really, 2/3 of the nation of Israel agree with this devil. You agree with this devil. All right? You want to be on one accord because you want to live the lifestyle. You want to live the way. You want to be in a fucking music video. You want to live deliciously in this whore.
They envy their oppressor.
Right. Continuing to envy your oppressor. All right? Thinking that these people have something to offer you. All right? When they're not offering you shit but death and destruction, chaos and disorder. All right? Poverty and sickness. This is what this devil has for you, Jake.
And erasing your history.
Right.
I ain't gonna be able to hear that.
Well, and erasing your history. Verse 2. Isaiah 37.
Did you have something?
Get this one more. This is Isaiah 32:7. It says, "The instruments also of the churl are evil. He deviseth wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speaketh right."
And that's exactly what they do. All right? Hey, continue to make a mockery out of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai's house, out of his people. Hey, devise an evil plan against you. Hey, all these other nations are confederate with this devil. Okay? Now that unity is starting to break up because they seen that this motherfucker E is no good. Esau Edom, the so-called white man, all right, is no good. It's no longer in their turn. He's no longer for them.
Yeah, because what Trump said that a week before that strike happened, how gas prices has dropped. We have so much oil, and then all of a sudden, these rising prices, which this is just the beginning, and we haven't even felt the full effect of it yet. But it's a small price to pay.
Right.
All right.
A small inconvenience.
Yeah. And it's worth it because we got to stop those people over there.
Right. And they tell you it's worth it, and meanwhile, they don't have to feel the suffering. They tell you it's worth it, but meanwhile, their children won't starve. Their houses and their gas will be cut on. Their gas in their car, they have the money to fuel those cars. They can continue to have everything it is and live deliciously. Why? Because they are the devils that the Bible speaks about, and they devise mischief by law. The law is in their hand and their order. They have everything sufficient to make it through the conditions that they have set up for the people. It is only to bankrupt you, Jake, and the rest of the world, to put you in submission.
Yeah, because it goes in. That's part of the devices.
Yep.
They're putting everybody in they're leading the herd, into this economic downfall. So when you're desperate, all right, they can give you that ultimatum,
Right.
which ultimately that's going to be the MOTB. Here you had this Moabite doctor come out and pretty much say that the World War III, that the CHIP is going to come out of it.
Yep.
Which is going to come before the final destruction of this place, but it's going to lead to economic distress, and as all wars previously have done.
Yep.
And then how did Esau throughout history come back from depression? Was through war.
Yep.
That helped build the economy back. So it's the same thing. History repeats itself.
Right. Because in war, what typically happens? Infrastructures are broken down. All right. Families are lost. The rebuilding process has to start.
Yeah.
All right. But Yahweh Hashem Yahushua said, "They shall rebuild, but I shall throw down."
Right.
All right. This devil doesn't have another opportunity to build. He's gonna throw this down in his mind to his extent. But that's when Yahweh Shai is going to show up at the perfect time, the right time. All right? The right time Yahweh Shai is going to show up, because this devil thinks he has accomplished all things. All right?
And when it comes to the time of war,
You got to speak up.
when it comes to a time of war, everything is concentrated. All resources are concentrated on the war effort. Food, water, supplies. All that's going to go to the soldiers to keep them up and going. While the regular civilians, they're going to, like when the time comes, resources are going to be scarce. Your grocery stores are going to have little to nothing, but the price is going to be so up there. It's like,
Hey, and then the morale of the soldiers. All right?
Yep.
They're going to try to keep the morale of the soldiers up. So, hey, remember, your no son is exempt. All right? And if it calls for it, no daughters are exempt.
And that goes into how I don't know if it was a senator or it might have been Hegseth who was trying to build that morale of the soldiers up, saying that we were fighting for or that the Americans were fighting for Jesus, all right, and the return of Jesus was that he was going to be on America's side.
Right.
That they pretty much he was playing into that Christian Zionism.
Right.
I don't know if I can say that, but
It's already said. Hey, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua hates the whore. Babylon the Great, a.k.a. Sodom and Gomorrah, a.k.a. Egypt, Rome 2.0. Here are the shores of America. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua has no pleasure in. It's wickedness. All right? Wickedness has continuously built in this place. There's nothing good here for you, Jake. All right? Yeah. You gotta bring
spark something. This Job 20 and 23 says, when he's about to fill his belly, Yahweh Ba'al Shem
Speak
Yahweh.
up. Start up.
Start.
Start. What up?
Yeah.
This Job 20 and 22 says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, the water, he shall be in strifes, straits, the water. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him.
Right. Hey, in the fullness of his wickedness, when this devil has plateaued and said, I got it. I got it. I'm that dude. All right? Hey, there's none. Hey, King Kong ain't got nothing on me. When Esau, Edom, and this American power,
Pride.
all right, and that pride puffs up to its highest extent. All right? This is this devil's wickedness and sufficiency to say, I got it. All you people are nothing but cattle. All you people are nothing but my subject. All right? But understanding that the Israelites can't be subjects of anyone else but Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. All right? We are sovereigns under Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai's order. We belong to him. So it doesn't matter what you do or you fucking say. All right? Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is coming to deliver his people, his elect, first and foremost. 2/3 will be born back in the kingdom. All right? But in this day, in this time, this devil has his pride. And go ahead, keep that same energy.
Verse 23 says, when he is about to fill his belly, the Most High Yahweh Ba'al Shem Yahushai shall cast the fury on his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating.
Right, when he's about to fill his belly. When he's, oh, it's so delicious. Everything is in perfect order. It's in the perfect place. Everything's going exactly according to my plan. All right? Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is going to say, fuck your plan. All right? I let you get here. I wanted you right here. Because this is the plateau of your wickedness. This is the height. You're at the peak. You can't go any higher.
Yeah, that's the. It also say in Job that when that he has set bounds that he cannot pass.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so there's a limit to the destination that this devil can reach. You know, because he's gonna try everything. He's gonna pull everything out of his hat, so to speak. You know, he's gonna pull all the stops and tricks. You know,
It's going to be that magician.
yeah, he's gonna try absolutely everything to keep this queendom going. Now he got ultimately that's when his new world order is going to be established, and then that's when you're gonna see everything start to crumble.
Yep.
You know.
Hey, because all the
So it's like right when he's about to reach that God status that he's been always seeking for, right when he's gonna be able to fulfill the task that Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai ordered him. What's that in Jeremiah where he said you count the stars of heaven?
Yep.
And the
stars of heaven.
yeah, the depths
Of the ocean.
You know. So once he's about to fulfill that that task, hey, the Lord's gonna make him fall as lightning from heaven, as it says in Luke that that Satan fall lightning from heaven.
Right. Hey, this devil thinks he has all the time and the perfect technology that moves more efficient than Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. All right? Do you not understand that Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai was before time?
There's no time.
He's trying to outsmart the same power that gives him the instruction that instills that instruction the night before,
right,
to be as wicked as he is.
Hey, how can you do that?
The one that created him to be that vessel of dishonor.
Hey, but that's the pride. All right, that's the pride that you were given. That's the strength of Esau's Edom wickedness. All right, it's his delusion.
I got got something. This is Ezekiel 35:1. It says, "Moreover, the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it."
Right. Yahweh Shem Yahushai said, set your face against Mount Seir, being a capital of Esau Edom's kingdom.
In the dwelling place of Esau, because you go to Genesis, just to prove that real quick. I believe it's Genesis 36. And
You got it?
Genesis 36 and
Oh, no. I thought you had it for it.
yes, Genesis 36 and 8. It says, "Thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir." Esau is Edom,
Right. Hey, there go his habitation. All right. Hey,
the
and
clefts of the rock.
Yep.
That's
their end all be all. All right. It is their staple center of their of their nation. All right.
What, hiding back in the mountains?
And it says, and these, cave dwellers.
Hey,
You know,
that's where you get that. What are they called? Neanderthals.
Neanderthals, troglodytes.
Yeah.
This is verse 9 says, "And these are the generations of Esau and the father of the Edomites in Mount Seir." So that's where they was. That's their dwelling place. It says Esau is Edom. Edom, being Idumea in the Greek. So linking them to who the Most High, told Ezekiel to prophesy against.
Right.
Saying that and the prophets carry the message of the Most High. So if he's sending you to be against, that's being an adversary, all right, contrary to who the Most High loves.
Right. Hey, and once again, the capital wasn't the word for it, but it's heritage. Heritage.
Their land.
Their land. Right.
Yeah, it's their lot.
Their lot. All right. This is where everything has started for them. All their lineage goes back there.
Is that their headquarters?
Headquarters. Yeah.
Their
Right.
dwelling place.
Dwelling place. It's just the words were in my head.
Yeah, this is back in Ezekiel 35:3. It says, "And say unto it, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Behold, O Mount Seir." So when the Most High said, "Behold, O Mount Seir," he's talking to the Edomites. All right, he's talking to the nation
Of Esau.
Esau, Edom. Okay, and that includes everybody, even now today.
Right.
All right.
Hey, because a lot of you people believe, oh, this is a book of the past. All right. If it was just a book of the past, why do you so-called Christians follow it?
Yeah.
All right. If it has no effect on today, why do you spend the time to pretend to follow the book? Because it has some amount of effect. It's just that you don't understand because Yahweh Shem Yahushai didn't provide you with the understanding. All right.
And so back in verse 3, I'll start at the top. It says, "And say unto it, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate."
Right. Yahweh Shem Yahushai is going to make Esau, Edom, Mount Seir desolate, a place of destruction. All right. Hey, his recompense for Esau, Edom is greater than any other nation. All right. Our whipping stick, only came about for our wickedness and our correction. Esau, Edom was used as a correction for us. All right. So the hell that needed to be put on us was put on us by the ultimate, base man. All right. Because we, as a nation, were so prideful against our power. So he took the lowest of the nations and put them over us. All right, the base man to whip and kick our ass. How is it that the base man whipped and kicked the strongest man's ass? All right, the strongest only Yahweh Bashim Yahushai could do that, could order that. And that's where this devil had his pride lifted up, right? The difference is Yahweh Bashim Yahushai has made us to understand and to learn both sides, to be judges of the earth. This devil doesn't have that opportunity. He only knows one side, and that's pride. All right?
I'm going to read one more. Verse 4. It says, I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am Yahweh. Right? You know, so the Lord said he's going to lay the cities waste. We're seeing, you know, in the land of Israel right now,
Right.
it's getting, you know, destroyed. They just hit like a oil reservation.
Yeah.
You know,
Refinery.
refinery. You know, and other places been getting destroyed out there. You know, that's part of their. You know, even though that land belongs to us, it is inhabited, you know, by the chief tribe of Edom. You know, which is Amalek.
Right.
It actually says in the next chapter. You know, real quick, I'm gonna give it back. And it says in Ezekiel 36:2, it says, "Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, because the enemy had said against you, aha, even the ancient high places are ours in possession."
Hey man, if that's not a telltale sign, the scriptures, hey, is always on point. What devils go around and be like, aha? All right, they do it in their movies, and they really do it out of mockery on you, Jake. All right? Why? Because he knows if you want to hide anything from a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, or Seminole Indian, put it in a book. Especially the so-called Negro. All right? Especially the Southern tribe. Put it in a book. Them niggas don't read. All right?
It says, "Therefore prophesy and say, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, because they have made you desolate and swallowed you up on every side, that ye might be a possession unto the residue of the heathen, and ye are taken up in the lips of talkers, and are an infamy of the people."
And that's what we are right now. All right? Hey, we are taken up by these devils. We are taken up by these other nations. Hey, the Israelite woman, head tribe of Judah, all the way down to Issachar. All the women are fucked off. All right? They're all thought boxes, bed flinches. All right? Hey, everybody gets to have their delicious pleasure. All right?
They having our you know, their way with us, pretty much, because that's the low state that the Lord put us in as a punishment.
Right. Hey, a couple of dollars do something strange for a little bit of change.
Yeah, that came from you know, the Lord, you know, assigning them that task, the Lord giving them power over us, you know, for our disobedience. I got two more on that. It says, "Therefore, ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of Yahweh. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh to the mountains and to the hills, to the rivers and to the valleys, and to the desolate wastes, and to the cities that are forsaken, which become a prey and derision to the residue of the heathen that are round about." And that's, you know, just speaking about, you know, the entirety of the land. All right? Which, you know, mountains and hills can go into, you know, governments and you know,
Local governments and
power.
states, and state governments and regions,
So,
continents, kings and queens and shit.
yeah. So, verse 5, this was the point I was trying to get to. It says, "Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession, with the joy of all their heart, with despiteful minds to cast it out for a prey."
40 plus years. 40 plus years. Starting with Alba Bivens, all right, and the men that were under him, and our head apostle today, Apostle Tahar, and every man that is under him, Apostle Gabar, Apostle Ramla, Apostle Rakah, the elders and the bishops, all the way down to the newest brother, hey, teaching and believing on 100% doctrine coming out of GMS. All right? Hey, this devil. All the way back. All right, this devil has the ability, all right, has the ability, hey, to set you off and set you aside for himself right now. All right, that he can do whatever he wants to you and yours. That's why, hey, this third woe's coming. All right, and they say we want your sons and your daughters. It ain't shit you could do about it. All right, they're gonna be here and they're gonna give their due service for for their country, their duty.
Yeah, you're fighting, you know, a war for you know, those people in that land right now.
Right.
You know, which you know, in Ezekiel 35, it shows that, you know, the judgment for Edom, and then 36 is showing, you know, the judgment for Israel, but explaining that these people would be in that land.
Right.
You know, that these people are the ones that took over, and they still gonna have to see that consequence. You know, also Isaiah 34 go into that destruction, going into you know, falling upon Idumea, but being in Israel.
Right. Hey, but here it is. Recent, I forget his rank, but that Marine, all right, that Marine said, we don't want to fight for you.
We're talking about the one that kicked out of the council.
Yeah. Did they snap his arm? Right? He said, we don't want to fight for you. All right?
He kind of did that to himself, though. He jammed his arm into
But he did it so he could hold it.
Yeah.
They just didn't care.
Yeah, they didn't care.
All right, but hey, here it is. But that's exactly what Yahweh Bashim Yahushai says in the scriptures, roughly paraphrasing. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai hates those who have no respect for men of war.
Right.
All right? Hey, here it is. This man has did everything for his country, was willing to pay the ultimate price, and they still didn't give him any respect.
Well, that's what they do, though. You watch Manchurian Candidate.
Yep.
You know, and a lot of things that these military men of war have seen, you know, it causes them to go, you know,
Rogue.
yeah, or they label them as insane.
Yeah. AWOL.
And well, AWOL is when they get lost at war, right?
AWOL is absent without official notice when they intentionally walk out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that, I mean, a lot of them, that's how they get in so-called special operations.
Yeah.
Or
So,
become,
where they get, you know, they set them up.
yeah.
Fuck, I forgot the other people. I think it might have been Halo, where they had like a team that knew what was up,
Oh, yeah.
and then they you know, which is on Paramount.
Yeah. Halo, Universal Soldier.
You know, there was like one side of people that actually knew what the war was really about, and they set them up to kill him.
Yep.
You know, and yeah, so these you know, Army and war veterans coming out and saying things. You know, they get deemed, just as the dude that wrote the Behold the Pale Horse.
Yep.
You know, came out with that information. He pretty much says that, you know, at the time, but he was in like the Navy or something, but speaking about, you know, the chariots, he had to, he was pretty much forced to say that he didn't see nothing, or else he was going to be in prison.
Yep. Hey,
And you see where he at now.
this is exactly what this devil does. All right? This devil, his power lies in deceit. All right? Chaos, mischief, and disorder. Misinformation. All right? Hidden in plain sight.
Yeah.
This is a part of his sword.
Yeah, I think in Isaiah 19, I think we read it last week, but in the GNT it says like the morale of the people is just gonna be low, you know. Hey, and you're seeing that because the information has gone out so people will really know what the war is about. That's part of the wicked, as we read in Job. Having these powers, having this current rulership in straits.
Hey, as a part of it is a cover up for their wickedness, their shame. That's why they're sending and shipping everybody off. Not only a population control, all right. It's let's change the narrative. Why? So we can devise mischief by law, as they're trying to make certain things legal that just a week ago, all right, you couldn't do, but now you can do.
It's how they refocus the attention of the people.
Right.
Yeah, that's
those
why
those certain files.
Yeah, those files ain't being talked about now.
But they have to do something to cover that up.
Since that strike, the elder posted the Google search of Jeff's files, went down significantly. Because everybody just focused on the war. What's going on with the war? Looking up all these these videos of America getting they ass kicked.
Right, and understanding that you should be looking up both of them. They go hand in hand. You'll understand more so why they're a part of it, why they're in the war.
What did they? What did Iran write on those warheads? For the people and for the victims of those files.
Yep. Hey, here it is. How about Shem Yahushai? Hey, he's letting it be known. All right? He's letting it be known and uncovering the nakedness of this horde. But
Showing all the dirty secrets.
you gotta speak up.
They're showing all your dirty secrets.
Right.
This is Obadiah. This is Obadiah, verse 4. It says, "Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and thou..."
You gotta speak up. Satan's pissed off right now. Speak up!
Obadiah, verse 4. "Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Most High." Verse 5. "If thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough? If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes?"
Right, break it down, Rashi.
So basically,
Speak up.
So exalt thyself as the eagle. That's Esau Edom's pride. Okay, and the eagle is his. That's his symbol. That's the symbol of this country. It means pride. That high-minded pride. And thieves by night. That's what Esau Edom does, man. He takes and takes and takes, but never leaves enough for everybody else. In verse 6, it says, "How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hid things sought up?" Verse 7, "All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee, and there is not understanding in him." And that's right. There's no understanding in Esau Edom, because you cannot reason with him. You can't argue with him, because he wants it all for himself. And if he doesn't get his way, he's gonna resort to his behind-the-scene underhanded tactics, and these other nations are getting tired of it.
Right, we've seen that with the pipeline. All right? We've seen that with the pipeline. If you don't buy from us, right, hey, there's going to be issues. Okay, we bought from you, and we're still going to blow that shit up. All right? Hey, this is the tactics of the devil. All right? If you are not, if you can dictate a whole council, a UN council, and set forth law, but not abide by the laws that you have set forth yourself, you are the wicked that the Bible speaks of. All right? It is ever so apparent that you have no care for the people. All right? This devil has the ability, and now everybody is seeing, they're saying, wait, okay, so you're not going to abide by that law that you set forth for us? and you just think you're gonna get scot-free, everybody's like, fuck that.
That's why they switching it over to a digital constitution. You know, everything's being digitalized for that very reason, because people have found out the loopholes and seen the flaws with this law, you know, that we live under, which really is just their rulership. You know, error proceeded from the ruler. You know, you gave the people too much leeway and ability to see, you know, your wickedness.
Right.
But you should have just been the tyrant from the beginning.
Right.
And kept it that way. You would have been able to last longer. But that's not the way that the Most High set you up.
Right.
You know, it says, you know, the wisdom of Teman is no longer. You know.
It was all set up by Yahweh, by Shem Yahushai for your trick bag. So your pride, that pride got you on high. You're drunken by pride. All right? It led to the delusion that you have.
Yeah.
All right? It keeps you on high. You're like a crack addict looking for that first hit again. All right? It's the truth.
They still stuck on that.
You're still stuck on that first hit. You're still stuck on Cain and Abel. All right? That first time that you got to shed that blood. All right? Understanding that same spirit is in Esau, Edom. All right? When Cain slew his brother Abel, that's that same spirit. You have that same lust. All right?
It's a grudge holding spirit.
It's a perpetual.
Perpetual hatred.
Yeah. It's a thirst.
It's a blood thing.
Yeah.
All right?
Needed to live.
Frost.
That's why you go and, you know, do all those, you know, abominable things.
Right.
You know, sacrificing and, you know.
Fear, loathing, Las Vegas, adrenochrome.
Fucking
Right.
vampires.
Yeah, that's also in. If you watch that movie Clockwork Orange, with those, you know, I think that was in like the UK or something. But those wicked ass devils that was robbing and raping, and raping, you know, people, setting them up, you know, doing home invasions and shit. They was going in, you know, to these underground bars, you know, drinking adrenochrome with milk.
Right.
And who was next to them, you know, were high level officials and you know, people in the government.
Hey, giving them license to sin. Giving them the okay.
And where, you
Green
know,
lights.
and where they ultimately ended up, which they was, you know, low level Edomites, they ended up in the psych ward, you know.
Yeah.
But their constituents in that bar, you know, they the people that run shit.
Hey.
So how far off is Esau, you know, these leaders from, hey, what's that saying? There's a thin line between genius and genius and insanity, but also a genius and like a high profile criminal. It's something to that effect, you know.
Yeah.
Or to like someone.
Because they're both forms of higher thinking.
Yeah, with a serial killer.
Right.
You know. So hey, like the Zodiac killer, like he was a you know, he was a demon for sure, but a
Still
demon
has a big cop.
goes into you know, a high intelligence.
Right. Hey, the Zodiac killer was never caught.
Right.
It's just all speculation of who it was, who it is.
I'm thinking like yeah, but like Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah.
Bone collector.
Yeah, the bone collector.
That was a great movie, by the way.
Yes, it was.
Or Kiss the
Great
Girls.
Kiss the Girls was a great movie. Hey, this other thing, y'all hear about this new thing? The brother did a video on about how Esau, Edom, and other people, I'm sure Jake is doing it too, smoking bed bugs.
Smoking bed bugs?
Smoking bed bugs. right?
Like bugs in your bed.
Bugs, bed bugs, they go and they gather bed bugs and they smoke them.
What they getting out of that?
It's a neurotoxin. It's like a hallucinogen. This is not information nor suggestion. You should not do any of this shit. It's just a new drug. They're mixing it with other illegal substances.
That's crazy.
That just made me think of it, talking about the milk and stuff like that. Hey, anything for a high. This is what this devil is. He's doing anything for a high. All right?
It says that as the leaders are, so are the officers.
Yeah.
Or as the judges, so is the people. You know, so it's like, you know, you look at, you know, these guys will, you know, in office they bugged out. They own, you know. Go look at what's his name?
Biden's son.
No, Biden's son, but go look at who's the FBI? I forgot his name.
Patel?
Yeah, Cash Patel. chugging beers and he looked like he always, you know, on the he be wired up. You know?
It's not box. Crazy. This is I'm gonna have to look up.
Yeah, well, he was in the locker room of the USA hockey team. He was chugging beers and shit. Wilding out.
Hey, but this is supposed to be the leader of the free world. His security, his hyper intelligence, his highest offices, right? And these are
flying private jets. You know, flying private jets to go see his movie.
right. Hey, but hey, this is
He might be a Jake.
this is America.
Crazy.
This is Obadiah verse 8, and it says, "Shall I not in that day, saith the Most High, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and understanding out of the mount of Esau?" Verse 9, "And thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed, to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter."
Right. Yahweh Shem Yahushai is going to lay a waste to this man's heritage. All right. But before his heritage, hey, he's got hardcore, rigorous bondage, 1,000 years of captivity, thousand years of employment. All right. You're going to be the best employee. You're always going to get employee of the week and month. You never have to worry about that. We know you'll be the best performer in the kingdom of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. The work that you perform is going to be just fucking fabulous.
It's gonna have to be.
It's always going to be your best foot forward, or else it's going to cost you your foot.
Or cost your wife a finger.
All right. God. You got any more on that?
Verse 10, "For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever."
Right, what you have done unto the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, and Seminole Indian, first and foremost, to Yahweh Shem Yahushai's name, his image, his land, his people. All right? All of what you've done, that perpetual hatred that you have shown, you're going to have to answer for. But Yahweh Shem Yahushai is going to make you pay that tab first. He's not just going to do away with you. Remember, hey, the Yahweh Shem Yahushai is a power that does not change. All right? Yahweh Shem Yahushai does not change. Everything is repetitious. So what is being repeated again? That same shit that you said back then as Cain, all right? You're going to say again, my punishment is too great that I cannot bear. Crying. You're going to cry your ass into the chains. You're going to cry your ass in the kingdom. 1,000 years you'll be crying. All right? You're already getting a taste of it now. Here it is, your women are starting to turn against you. All right? Your wives are leaving you, and your daughters want absolutely nothing to do with you. All right? Whatever Javante, Dante, or Jorge or Santos they can get with. Hey, they're doing out of spite of you. All right? See, your daughter still wants to be able to produce and give life. She doesn't want her sons and her daughters to look like that of what she is. It's her shame. All right? Hey, what is that? Watchtower with Matthew McConaughey and West Tower?
Oh,
Idris Elba?
Dark Tower.
Dark Tower, right? Where he says, you're,
You forget the faces of your fathers.
Yeah,
those
you-
two girls.
yeah, you forget the faces of your fathers. You have shamed them, right? But they're the shame unto you. Right? You got it,
This is this is gonna be Nahum 3 in verse 4. Because of the multitude, because I can start at the top. If we ain't got nothing.
No, you got it. He's still
I'll
on.
read through 5.
Yep.
Yeah, this is Nahum 3 and 1. Woe to the bloody city! It is full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not.
At the bloody city, here on the shores of Babylon the Great, aka Sodom and Gomorrah, aka Egypt, aka Rome 2.0, here on the shores of America is that bloody city. All right? Hey, not only biblically, but what is one of America's biggest commodities that they sell? All right, look it up. Right? Biggest commodities that they sell has to do with your sales. All right? Look it up. Yahweh Shem Yahushai is he gives nomen omens. All right?
It says the noise of a whip and the noise of rattling of the wheels and of the prancing horses and of jumping chariots. The horsemen lifted up both the bright sword and glittering spear, and there is a multitude of slain and a great number of carcasses, and there is none end of their corpses. They stumble upon their corpses. Now this really speaking of the destruction of Nineveh, which Nineveh was the capital of Assyria, but hey, we liken it to Babylon the Great today, because it also describes Nineveh as a great city, i.e., Babylon the Great. Okay, it says because this is pretty much, all these other, Babylon the Great is pretty much all these other captivities, joined, jumbled in one. All right.
Hey, the melting pot of whoredoms.
Yep. It says because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcraft, that selleth nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcrafts.
Oh, wait a minute. It said sell? Sell? Damn. So this is a marketplace of wickedness where you come and purchase how much wickedness you want. How much wicked? You want a little wickedness or you want a lot of wickedness? Right? Hey, because what is America's next biggest commodity that they sell? Weaponry. What does weaponry cost? What does it do? Causes wars. Causes death. Causes chaos and disorder. All right? So if you sell, those are two big commodities that Babylon the Great, America sells. Those two things alone. Then the people, damn, another one. I believe, what is the trafficking? Isn't America number one in
Something like that.
number 1 through 5 through small people trafficking? All right? And I'm not talking about the vertically challenged.
Yeah.
All right?
Kids.
Those kids.
well, really just missing people.
Right, in general.
They got milk cartons.
Milk carton. America pretty much is up there.
Yeah, your Sunday paper, have you seen this person? I give you a picture from 35 years ago and what they would look like today.
Yeah, which when, that influx of, I forgot what that when people were coming across the border, that route that they were using, I forgot the name of it, but there was a lot of accounts of people coming out saying that, they seen people running with kids, and it looked like a lot of, those car traffic things were happening.
I can't remember the exact number, but they said anywhere from 100,000 to 400,000 youths go missing a year.
Yeah, that's probably on the
Low end.
Yeah, the low end. Verse 5, Nahum 3 and 5 says, "Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame."
Well, wasn't this motherfucker just saying, what was he just saying? He just said that God is with us?
Yes.
God is with us? That's what you said. But Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is not with you. Yes, your false idol may be with you, but that's exactly what he is, a false idol. All right?
Brother had the AI with Jesus. Oh no, Jesus! falling out the sky, or he got hit with a missile or something.
That shit was funny.
I didn't get to see that one.
That was funny as fuck. What was that? Woo!
It's pretty cool. That ain't gonna be up there too much longer. But yeah, he ain't got that type of power. That spirit, ain't got that power like that. And what Bible are you really reading from?
Like how the issues, they are talking about how they're saying that the Lord is going to come back this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think now that you just said something like that. This is
The year of the
they going to fight in Armageddon or something like that.
Yeah, and they said that over in the land that if you speak about Jesus in any way, whether it be through social media or talking to anybody about it, it's gonna be
right to jail.
illegal. Yeah.
Yeah, just like in a lot of like crazy laws like that, happening because going to show that Yahweh Shai's return, signifies their downfall, as it says in Daniel, the second chapter. He is that rock that dashed that statue to pieces.
Right.
Cementing that I think it refers to him as a little stone, but that stone that crashed, all the other rulerships, down,
Took it out by the foot.
So that's why they're against it. But also, Iran on the other side, they anybody that films destruction or anything like that, they get sent, rounded up too, and sent to the paddy wagon.
Man, it's a double-edged sword.
And so why is they trying to keep people from really knowing what's going on?
Hey, because they're trying to keep people from going on because essentially it's still one world order that they're trying to form. Don't forget that these devils in every nation are still in confederacy.
Yeah.
It's only the people who don't really understand. The mass of the people really don't understand, but there's key players behind the scenes in every nation.
Yeah, I don't know if I forgot his name. The son of Ayatollah that took the power seat.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he's shown his face yet.
I don't think so.
So-
I think he released like a message.
Yeah, he released a message and a woman was reading it, but But who's to say, that he's still alive or making those decisions?
Right.
So we really don't, which he's in hiding because he's, if he's still alive, he's in fear of his life.
Right. He's a target. Right? He's a target. But nevertheless, hey, this devil, once again, they all are in confederate. They're all confederate with one another. Ultimately, what? To shut out the name of Israel. All right? The true Israel of the scriptures. All right? Yahweh Bashim Yahushai's people. And to put the world in subjection. You see, this devil is trying to perform to put the world in subjection now, in this day, in this time, under his will and his rule. But Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is going to put the world in subjection under his rule, in his time, his way. Nobody has the opportunity really to say, we got next.
Which they all feel like they do.
Yeah, this is Psalms 2 and 1. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing?
Right. They rage and imagine a vain thing that their kingdom is going to last forever, that they're going to go ahead and complete this transition to this digital new world order currency and bioscanning, all right, through the MOTB, all right, giving more reverence unto their way, all right. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is not going to give them the ability to perform everything it is that they want to perform, all right. He's just going to let them get almost there, like the brother was saying earlier, almost there, where it's almost complete. You're a step away, and you're about to walk into it, and Yahweh Shah is going to show up and say, "Oh, you thought so, right?" Jurassic Park.
Psalms 2 and 2. The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against Yahweh and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords, from us. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh, Yahweh shall have them in derision.
Well, what's funny is the fact that you think you could ever depart from us. You can't depart from us. Just like we can't necessarily depart from you right now. Right? You cannot depart from us because Yahweh Bashim Yahushai has made the world for us.
Right.
You belong to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. You are a possession, the heathen.
Yeah, even your dynasties and your rulership needed, Jake to keep it running.
Right.
To make it great.
Exactly.
Was it on your own?
And he said, you think this is gonna happen, but you think you're gonna separate us from the Most High, but the Lord's gonna have you in derision.
Right.
The Lord's gonna have you, wilding out, coming down with great wrath, acting all sporadic. All right, and what did it say later in the chapter that he's gonna give us? You're gonna be the inheritance for us.
Matter of fact, let's get it.
Yeah. Psalms 2 and 8. It says, "Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession."
So that means you already belong. You already belong to us. We know you don't like it. We know you don't care about Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. But we know that Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is all things. And every word that he speaks is true. Hey, we stand for Yahweh Bashim Yahushai's way, his word, and his will. It is a blessing that every single person of the nation of Israel is of the nation of Israel. It was not by our doing or our choice, but we were chosen. All right, through the will and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Yeah, I know we almost there.
Yeah, I was like, whatever.
All right.
45.
So, yeah. Hey, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, hey, is going to start showing you guys even more. Chaos, distress, and disorder. What this devil wants, he's about to get it. He's about to be able to design order out of chaos to an extent. These are some beautiful, righteous, and scary times. You've got to be a fool not to be scared. Because even the men of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai are going to have fear in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, yet scared. But know that Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai can deliver us out of any and everything, no matter which way he chooses to deliver us. We have to stand on business, because the business that we stand on is our faith in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai.
That's what the scriptures say, roughly paraphrasing, in thy wrath, remember mercy.
Right. Hey, we are here to do our Father's business. All right? And this is the business of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. All right, drop down to 9, and then read on out through that, and then what you're holding, you're holding the MOTV. Okay, we'll close out after that.
This is Isaiah 37 and verse 9. It says, and he heard saying, considering I'm trying to sound it out. Tirahaka? You wanna read this?
No, you go read it. You just pronounce it the best you can.
Terakah, the water, king of Ethiopia, he is come forth to make war with thee. And when he heard it, he sent messengers to Hezekiah, saying,
You're at 40. Were you on 47?
we're on 37.
Isaiah?
Yes.
Started at
Okay, my bad. I was holding 47. That's good.
You going to 47?
I was holding 47. No, you can finish reading that, because that still proves the point.
All right, come. Verse 10, 37, Isaiah 37 and 10 says, this shall ye speak to Hezekiah, king of Judah, saying, let not the Most High, in whom thou trustest, deceive thee, saying, Jerusalem shall not be given unto the hand of the king of Assyria.
Right.
Assyria.
But here it is, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, hey, called out war. All these other nations coming against the nation of Israel are here for what? War. All right? And Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai has made it known. Every nation on every side is against you, Jake, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, as well as you speckled birds, whose father's line goes back. This devil has a plan to delete you like the Georgia Guidestones. All right? That the name of Israel be no more in remembrance. Okay? Now jump over to 47 and then go 9 through 20. Or 9 on down, because I think it's 15.
This is Isaiah 47 and 9 says, But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, and one day the loss of children and widowhood, they shall come upon thee, and the perfection of the multitude of their sorceries, and for the great abundance of thou enchantments.
Right. So this devil, hey, stand in the enchantments. All right. And one day, all right, you're one day soon, you're gonna know the loss of children. You're gonna know, hey, how it is as you have terrified these other nations. Now these other nations and people be a terror unto you.
Well, every church that don't have Jehovah, that don't have God and all are together need to go back and rewrite their Bibles.
Yes, sir.
They are
Yes, sir.
not
You got it.
following the truth.
Yep. So
So they're all
Yahweh
lying.
Hashem Yahushai is going to do away with
Just
all
so
these
you know.
nations.
As long as you got all that in God together.
All right. Hey, so now Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is forever going to show. All right, His glory, His mercy, His might, and His praise upon His nation. All right.
Verse 10. For thou hast trust in thy wickedness, and hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge it hath prevented thee, and thou hast said in thy heart, I am and none else beside me. Therefore shall evil come upon thou. Thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee. Thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know.
Right, and it's all from your pride. It's all from your pride and the whoredoms and the wickedness that you have continued to do. So what you want to do and what you think you're going to perform, hey, in your pride and in the delusion of your mind, that you think that you'll actually be able to cast cords, all right, and cut the nation of Israel off from Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, you've already failed. The fact that you think that you could escape, hey, the judgment of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, you're failing right now. You have to stand in your enchantments. Right? Play your role.
This is Jeremiah 17 and 17 says, Be not a terror unto me, thou art my hope in the day of evil. Let them be confounded that persecute me, but let not me be confounded. Let them be dismayed, but let not me be dismayed. Bring upon them the day of evil and destroy them with double destruction.
Right, so Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is going to destroy them with double destruction. And hey, in the sight, confound them. You thought you had it, and I showed you otherwise.
Shall be a terror unto them.
All right, you were a terror unto the nation of Israel. Now I'm going to be a terror unto you. But remember, at the same token, same time, I did say, hey, wait thou upon me until I rise you up to the prey, Israel. All right, as they were a terror unto you, shall you be a terror unto them.
It's like Jeremiah 16 and 16.
Yep.
Fishing and compromise.
Yep.
I was thinking reward her double.
Right.
You know.
So Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, hey, is going to give you back that same energy that you put in. You put 100-fold in against Yahweh Hashem Yahushai's people. So Yahweh Hashem Yahushai says, give them 200. Give them 200 back. They only wanted 100, but give them 200. Make good on the word. And make good on the work of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And this is how you make good with his work, by understanding and giving reverence unto his word, his laws, statutes, and commandments, his order, and prophecy. It is you men of Israel who have a job. Your job is to speak and to teach prophecy. To call out when something is wrong. Hey, call it out. Be wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove. Know when to speak and where to speak and how to speak through the will and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, using discernment. But when it's out here on these highways and byways and it's camp day, all right, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, hey, quench not thy spirit. Let Yahweh Hashem Yahushai give it all to him. All right? He's going to tell us exactly what to say. All right? You got it, Jerash.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 15. And it says, And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many would not worship the image of the beast should be deleted.
And this is exactly what this devil is about to do right now. All right? He has the power. He has the power, and he's starting to show it. He's showing you little inklings and said, oh, okay, yeah. Just go ahead and send this neural link to trial. Or set it up for a trial basis. Yeah, start in monkeys. Okay, then find some volunteers. All right? the MOTB, hey, that RFID, CHIP, man, let's start it in the dogs. Yeah, that's working out good. Okay, let's go over to Sweden, Switzerland. Okay, we're gonna try it there. Oh, everything's going perfect. Okay. Let's send it to a couple of tattoo shops. All right, so they can impale people with that needle. They can prick people. All right, and test it out. Let's see how the technology holds up in there. Oh, and you know, just for shits and giggles, certain contracts for certain jobs, let's go ahead and see if they're willing to take it. Let's give them a good salary.
Military.
Right. We're going to give them a good salary, and yeah, we already own them, so it doesn't matter. Just go ahead and give it to them anyway. Okay. That's just a couple. You got it?
Verse 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a charagma in their right hand or in their foreheads.
Right, that RFID CHIP, all right, or that Neuralink, or that neural web, or the Walmart, all right, or the digital tattoo, Blackstone. Hey, any of that is what this devil has for you so-called Negroes, Latino, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, as well as you speckled birds whose father's line goes back. He wants you first and foremost, right? Like his army commercials. I want you, all right? That's what he wants. Everybody else is just a secondary.
Yeah, because C19 showed you that he was after, the 12 tribes.
Right. We're going to give the impoverished, we're going to push them to the front of the line.
Yeah, y'all get priority access. Why is that? Man, never been priority access, nothing.
Hey, that's because the gift destroyeth the heart.
Yeah.
All right? They were giving you a gift to destroy the heart of your mind and your body.
Chicken and Hennessy.
All right?
All types of things.
Verse
Get a
17.
lap dance and
Chick
Jab
sauce.
and a jiggle.
a jab and a chick. That's good marketing.
And that, in verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the charagma, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Verse 18, here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666.
Right, as this digital society pushes forward this technocracy, hey, you're not going to have the ability without it. You're not going to have the ability to buy, sell. All right? No more movies, no more Denny's, no more Home Depot, no more paying bills. All right?
No more going out freely doing what you want. Pretty much.
You're going to be able to be a vagabond for just a little while. All right? And then they're going to say, hey, that's illegal.
Right.
Why do you think they've already made these laws against the homeless? What they're starting to do now. All right? Because you have no certain dwelling place. Since you have no dwelling place, I got a place for you. All right? You have nowhere to go, you can't be on the street. So you're going to be in the area that I permit you to be. Whether it's in a camp, whether it's in prison, it's where I'm going to allow you to be. No telling what I might do there to get you to try to bend to my will. But ultimately, if you don't bend to my will, hey, off with this hat. There's no reason. You see, the so-called mercy that this devil had, the prolonged so-called mercy that he had for you, Jake, all right, putting you in prison 10 years, 15, 20 years, a life sentence, he doesn't have to do that anymore. He's changing his law to say, hey, let's get him off the books, fuck it.
That thirst of blood's coming back.
Right, because why? Hey, it's crazy that big business is in everywhere. Business in life and business in death. So you don't think this devil's going to make his money? Regardless, he is going to get his bread.
What he said, you're worth more when you're dead anyway.
Right. So this is Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, hey, bringing everything to a head. He is revealing the nakedness of this devil. All right? Lord willing, this was an edifying, uplifting camp. We're going to go ahead and face the east, and we're going to give all honor and glory and praise unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, to all the Akim out there teaching and preaching this truth with 144% sincerity, to the men, women, and children listening, learning, to the Bayis Shadabadad, the house of David. For the next time, it's men of valor saying, Shalom, Kwam Yasharala, Wa Abba, Shalom.